Hello friends, today I'm going to discuss about one of the new features which was introduced in VCSA 6.7 update 1 that is called convergence tool. So we'll look at what is convergence tool. It is a tool which basically help us to convert the topology from an external topology to an embedded one. So if you see, I have a vCenter server appliance which is pointing to the external PSC, and with the help of Converge tool, I can convert into an embedded VCSA, which would be a combination of VCSA plus PSC. So why is it required? So prior to 6.7 update 1, the default topology, which we have to use for enhanced link mode was the external topology. So you should have an external PSC in order to use enhanced link mode feature. But with the evolution of 6.7 update 1, we can now use enhanced link mode feature with embedded VCSA. So we can see this diagram. Prior to 6.7, ELM was not supported with the embedded VCSA. But with 6.7, ELM is supported in embedded VCSA as well. Okay, so where this feature is available, convergence tool feature is available from 6.7 update 1 because 6.5 U2D was designed after 6.7 update 1. So this version 6.5 U2D version is also having this convergence tool feature. So all the future releases will be having this feature available. Now what are all the pre-requirements before starting the Converge process? So you might be having some wildcard products like SRM or let's say NSX in your environment. So you need to make sure that you have to re-register those components after the convergence process and before the decommission of the PSC. This process is actually the convergence tool. The convergence process is a two-step process where first we convert and second we decommission the PSC. So before decommissioning of the PSC, you need to convert. You need to re-register all your wildcard products with the embedded VCSA. It is also recommended that you change the DRS settings to the manual or partially automated level, and also make sure that migration threshold should be conservative. It is because if you use fully automated or if you use aggressive threshold, there might be chances that your virtual machine, VCSA or PSC, get moved during the convergence process, which could cause any kind of problem. Third point is that you should make sure that if you're using vCenter high availability feature in your environment, you have to disable that before starting the convergence process. Last, if you're using load balancers for the PSCs, you need to make sure that instead of PSC IP, you need to use VIP, the virtual IP of the load balancer in the JSON template. And we'll see what is this JSON template and convergence process in detail in my lab. So let's move on to my lab. So here I have a very small environment where I have one ESXi host on which two virtual machines, in fact the VCS67, which is basically 6.7 update 1, and PSC 6.7 external PSC. So if I go to this appliance management page, we can see that I have vCenter server with external platform services control. Okay, so now we'll see how exactly this convergence process works. So I have mapped my installer to the D drive, and if I go to this D drive, there's a folder VCSA Converge CLI. If I go here, templates folder. So there are two templates. As I told you, this is two-step process, convergence and decommission. So there are two templates available. If I go to Converge, this is a template which I can open in any editor, and I have opened it with WordPad. So you need to provide information of your environment here. So this is just the description and comments. So here you need to provide the information. If you see, first point is like you need to mention the ESXi host name or IP on which your virtual center appliance is residing. Okay, so in my environment, I can simply give it ESX6.vclass.local. Similarly, you can mention the password, or you can keep it blank. If you keep it blank, you need to provide it later while running the process. Second point is VCS appliance. You need to provide the name or IP of your appliance. Okay. You need to provide the SSO domain name here. And your SSO domain account password. I'm leaving it blank. You need to provide the root password of your appliance. The second section is AD domain info. If your PSC and VCSA are added to the domain, you need to provide your domain name, the username of the domain, password, and the DNS IP of your domain controller. And if you're not using this, if your VCSA and PSC are not added to domain, you can simply delete this section, and you need to delete this. It is recommended to delete the section. And if you are using only one PSC, then you can avoid this replication section as well. But if you are using multiple PSC in your environment and there is a partner, application partner of the PSC, then you need to provide the host name of that application partner PSC. In my environment, I'm not using this, so I'm simply deleting it. Okay. So you need to save this on any place. I have already saved it on my desktop, so I will go ahead and show you the convergence file of my own. This is very simple and specific file. So this is the convergence file of my environment, and there are only the host name and vCenter. Okay. So now we'll go ahead to the command prompt and we'll try to start the convergence process. So if I go to command prompt, I already typed the command. So this is the path where this VCSA util exe is present, and because we are using converge process, so we need to mention converge. I would mention that there is no SSL certification required because SSL certificate verification would take a long time, so I'm just avoiding that. And it is up to you if you want to mention whatever, so that you can see the information on your screen itself. And I have mentioned the path of my JSON file. Okay, so let's hit this and see how it happens. So it would ask you, and you need to mention whether you have taken the backup. Yes, I have taken the backup. So convergence process will take some time, and it's an automatic process. Now it will go on, and I will pause my screen and we'll get back to you once this is completed. So if you can see that the converge process is still going on, and it is stopping all the services on our PSC, and I will get back to you once this process will be completed. So if you can see here, the PSC has been stopped, all the services on PSC has been stopped, and now it is starting all those services on the converged VCSA node, and I will get back to you once all the services will be started. Okay, so the convergence process is completed. As you can see, that converged to VCSA with the embedded PSC successfully, and because it was not in domain, so it has mentioned that domain join not required. So how we can verify this? We can go to our appliance management page and can just log in. So if you see this vCenter with an embedded platform service control. So now your external PSC has been gone, and VCSA with an embedded platform service controller is running. And if you go to your ESXi host, you still see both the virtual machines still running. So now the next step is to re-register all the components, all the wildcard products that you are using in my environment. Specifically, I'm not using any other wildcard product, so we can simply proceed with the decommission. but please make sure that if you are using any third party or sorry any wildcard products, you need to re-register that with the embedded VCSA 67 vCenter server. So let's see the decommission process. Now we have the decommission template. If we go to Converge CLI, templates, decommissions, here is the decommission PSI. And if you open this, you need to provide again some information. This is the ESXi host on which your PSC is running. Okay, you need to put FQDN here, the username as root, password of your ESXi host. Okay, if you are using any other port, then you need to mention the port details here, and then you need to provide the PSC appliance information, the FQDN or IP address of the PSC server, the username, the password, and the root password. Here you need to provide your vCenter server details, the host name on which vCenter server is running, the password, the FQDN IP. This is the embedded VCSA now. You need to provide the IP of that and password, root password of the appliance. So I have created this on my desktop, and so this is my decommission underscore PSC. It is having the same information which we discussed, and now we'll see how to decommission this. So the same, we moved on to the directory, and here we are running that command. So vcsa-util.exe is the exe, and as we are going to decommission, we need to mention decommission. We do not want any SSL certification verification, and we are giving this path of the JSON file. And if I hit enter, so the process will start, and this process will be taking some time. So I will pause this video and we'll get back to you. Just want to show you that decommission process is running, and it is showing decommissioning PSC node. It will take some time. It is unregistering with PNID. Okay, so all this information and this process will run for some time. I will get back to you once this process will complete. No, as you can see that the decommission process has been completed successfully, and if you go back to your ESXi host, you see this PSC machine powered off successfully decommissioned the PSC node. And if we go back to, you can see that PSC 67 is in power off state. You can simply right click and delete this. Okay, and vCenter server is working fine. So if we move to it, so I hope this video was informative for you, and I would be very happy if you put your comments, likes and dislikes. This is my first video, and hope it would be, I would try to improve in future, and will upload more videos. Thank you very much for watching.